Welcome to the Accomplished Brain podcast, where we share our passion, knowledge, and experience about the brain and health.
That vagus nerve is one of because think about it. So many of us, including myself, are in this sympathetic overdrive. That's what we're living in. That's what our world is. That's what our work and everything we do. So to have that parasympathetic stimulation, again, that's why we have our software. We have a breathing program. Huge. Activate the vagus, activate the parasympathetic system. And then again, that TENS unit. One of the things that I'm looking to do down the road is to develop, I don't think I'm going to manufacture, but I'd like to develop a vagal nerve stimulator to go with an app that can control the settings for the clients. Because obviously a big part of what I think is going to grow is remote, seeing that telepractice and, where clients and practitioners can see each other wherever they are. And you have a tool like our software to be able to deliver the programs. And I need to read a little bit more from a physics and engineering, about the different options that I could build that's still very cost effective. And also I would like to do something with the ear clip that maybe wireless pad, and also that the ear clip is more moldable to the different client's ears. So all these things I'd have to sit down and investigate, probably years away. But for now, the TENS 7000 unit is really good. But I think having something that's a little smaller, like, comes, where people could do anywhere where they travel and stuff. Cause I think what's going to happen, and I'll share a little bit off topic, but I think work is going to become a hybrid environment where a lot of people are going to be doing things from home. And then, some people it's all home. Some people it's going to be home and a little bit of the office, right? And then I think what's going to happen is people, because they're home for their work, I think leisure travel is going to grow. So, but when that happens, when people travel more for leisure, they still at some point need to get their program in, right? So if they're going in to a Caribbean or something, but maybe instead of doing it 3 times a day, they may do it once a day. So if you have their program on their phone and you have a very easy travel vagal nerve stimulator, and that's kind of where my concept is. But again, for now, that TENS 7000 works really well. But I've seen just amazing results, game-changing results. I've had a client who had a small stroke, TIA, and she had numbness in the left side of her face. And we used the vagal nerve. She's using the vagal nerve stimulator. And I would say that we've improved the numbness by 80% by using the vagal nerve stimulator.
Wow.
So, it's pretty amazing stuff that I've seen out there. And, I'm just, I'm excited. I'm just excited to share this stuff with everyone that's out there and what we're doing. And as far as starting clients off, I typically start clients off with about 3 to 5 minutes, build them up to about 10 minutes. Maybe if I do 3 to 5, I might do it, maybe 1 or 2 times a day. I've done this before, and I need a lot of vagal nerve stimulation. So, and I usually do it much more running. I didn't do as much. I did walking today. So I did it, and what a difference in my stomach. Again, it's not that one time. We talked about the 7 to 10 to 14 days that you start getting the circuits to change permanently. And that's the neuroplasticity.
Yeah, for sure. I'd also like to add in, Andrew, going through assessments with my neuro clients for, eye tracking, vertical, horizontal, so on and so forth. Yes, I'm pretty good at giving a, practical, hey, here's going to be your homework. But I've also, within the session, within 20 minutes of the original assessment, I've just led them through diaphragmatic breathing exercises and retest them and seen better results just off of diaphragmatic breathing. Or even in a lot of cases, if it's vertical eye movement they struggle with, put them on the TENS unit and come back 5 minutes later and their vertical eye tracking is better just off of the TENS unit.
Yeah, I mean, but that's and we're going to talk about that. So just look at that. So you have your eye system, which is part of your vestibular system, and basically Jeff came in there and said, "Hey, I'm going to do a breathing exercise, which is going to activate the parasympathetic system, right? Which is going to activate the baroreceptors in the carotid sinus of the neck." Which is going to, when you're doing the breathing, those receptors stretch. As that receptor stretches, it's sending afferents, right? And it's going to activate your parasympathetic system. Just by doing that, his recheck the eyes and everything changed. And the thing is like that is what we're talking about with functional neuroscience, is something as simple as doing a breathing exercise. Again, and you could do it diaphragmatic breathing. We have the software that's a cueing system that helps it a little bit easier to get the exact, breaths that you're looking for. But either way works and very powerful. And that's how powerful. And again, in our environment, I mean, that's how, we activating the parasympathetic system is just, for a lot of people, not everybody. There are some people that need more sympathetic stimulation, but I would say on the whole, you're going to see more people that need parasympathetic stimulation. And I'm up there at the top of the list. Green, as soon as I finish the podcast, I'm getting my green shake with some prebiotics in it, some resistant starches, which help bypass the small intestine, colonize the colon. And because that arugula for me is like magic. It's got your magnesium, right, which inhibits the sympathetic, and it's got the potassium that activates your parasympathetic system. So again, this is, and I'm going to do my vagal nerve stimulation later on tonight, and I'm feeling really good.
Sounds like a good protocol.
So yeah, I mean, I think we wanted to share 7,000, everything on the left side. We will get back to why, but red wire goes into the pad, goes in the inside of the left wrist, right? The pad, the red wire goes into the pad. So it's basically here's your pericardium, which is, a marker for your heart. So you're making sure that no afferents are going to the heart. You're focusing strictly on the auricular branch of the vagus nerve, right? Which is going to activate that parasympathetic. Again, help digestive function, decrease the motility in the digestive system, activate the migrating motor complex, or the smooth muscles that move the food through your digestive tract, decrease the cholinergic anti-inflammatory reflex that will inhibit that will suppress inflammation. Again, if you're affecting the digestive system, you're going to modulate the immune system. Immune system modulation, a lot of anti-inflammatory, whether it's supplements, foods, and vagal nerve stimulation. Vagal nerve stimulation will also increase serotonin. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter to also modulate pain, to improve mood, right? And to also precursor to make melatonin, to help cortisol low, melatonin high, dull the pineal gland to help you fall asleep. So also the neural network. So not only just an area of the brain, but the network. So meaning that the multiple areas, the network of the nervous system. And by activating the neural networks, that will help improve neuroplasticity. So if you are doing any type of concussion rehab or concussion exercises, traumatic brain strokes, Parkinson's, whatever rehab you're going to do, adding the vagal nerve component will help improve your results or their function that much greater. So you can do your regular rehab, but you add that vagal nerve stimulator and things will just get that much better. Okay. So, with that said, I really think we did an incredible podcast. Jeff is, like I said, and I said this before, we're always learning from each other. Jeff, tremendous value in the beginning. I'm always learning. And I think this is just another great podcast. And we're here, and I reiterate this all the time. We're here on the podcast as to, there's nothing better in the world. And I'm not going to say who yet because I can't really talk, but someone said that one of their idols, who's a basketball icon, said the greatest thing you could share with people is your knowledge. And that's what all we want to do. We want to share our knowledge and experience. And again, we're not the end all be all. We don't come in here, and we will not come in here saying this one doesn't do this, this one doesn't do this. You know, everybody, all we want to say is just share what we do and how we can help, you know, add value. And if you have any questions, you can contact Jeff Rose at Rep, and Andrew Amigo at The Accomplished Brain. So either one of us, we can answer all your questions. We appreciate if you listen to what we're, you know, we can help in any way. We really appreciate, you know, doing these podcasts. They're exciting. It's a way for us to share our knowledge and to give back and to try to help as many people as we can.
Definitely. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll catch you next time.
Great.